Hey everybody, it's Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm speaking with Lorenz Larkin, who right now is kind of a free agent, a freestyler. What is the latest on the situation with you? Are you re-upping with the UFC?
We're in the whole negotiation thing, so I know I should be hearing back from Bellator with the offer, hopefully this week. And I'm pretty sure shortly after that, UFC will be getting back to me and my manager, so we'll see. It's still the waiting game, but hopefully I wrap everything up in about 2 weeks or so.
And so there's a period where they have the option to match any other offer that you would get.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Do you have a preference on where you'd like to fight?
No, I mean, my thing is, it's whoever's gonna go for my needs, and my needs at this time is evidently, I'm a fighter and I want, my contract to be right, as far as financially, and the other part of it is, I want that push, I feel like I'm an exciting fighter and I have a fan friendly style that,
Yeah.
people like to watch. So, use it. I don't want to just fight all the time. I would like to, do different promotion type things and just any type of interaction when it comes to fans or just anything. I'm willing to work. I've always been willing to work, but I just never got put to work.
Right. Do you
So,
think though that's a complaint I would imagine a lot of people would have though?
probably. I mean, I guess it's just my frustration is just coming out of a lot of the things that was not a lot of the things, mostly everything that I do. It comes out of my pocket. And it's not a bad thing for the long run because I don't mind, going and kicking with fans at fights
Yeah.
and expo type stuff and it's just stuff like that. But I feel like I shouldn't have to if I'm fighting for a company that's what it's for. It's not like I'm doing something totally opposite of my profession. I'm doing something that pertains right to my profession, and I feel like my employers should be taking care of that. I shouldn't be coming out of my pocket.
And so, based on what you've seen, though, how Bellator has done with some of their fighters, do you feel at this point that you're seeing them doing a better job than the UFC has done with some of their people?
Um, I don't know, because it goes to the thing of different. I don't know if there's anybody in Bellator that feels the same way I feel right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I don't know, but this is just something that I want to make vocal that in this contract, this is what these are my needs, and I want somebody to fit those needs.
Right.
So I think more of a thing of I haven't really paid attention if everybody's getting a push in Bellator, or I don't know if or if a lot of people are getting a push in UFC. I don't really pay attention. I'm just saying as far as me myself, these are things that I'm looking for in this new contract.
So, how much did that contract and the fact that you knew you'd be renegotiating? How much did that play in your mind before you fought Neil Magny? Because you lit him up. You came out like a bat out of hell in that fight.
Um, it was just one of going into the fight. I just thought that once when they offered me the fight, I was like, cool. I was just like, I get to fight a top 10 guy,
Right.
and I get to this was my I was this would have been my fourth fight. So I was like, I was already thinking like, once when I get a fight, we're gonna renegotiate too my contract. So I was thinking, double whammy. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fight, I'm gonna renegotiate, and everything's gonna go good. And when the time came down, and we seen the offer that they came to me at, it was kind of like a slap in the face. So once when I wasn't happy with that, and I wouldn't agree to that contract, they kind of just said, well, you can fight the last fight if you want. So then I took that as a punch in the face because it's Neil Magny and he's been on the tear and
Yeah.
he's a beast. Everybody knows that. So it's just kind of like I felt like it was one of those things where it was just one of those things where go ahead, fight this guy, you'll lose, and then we'll renegotiate.
Ah, right. Right.
You know,
So do you think they were surprised you won? You kind of felt like maybe you were being thrown to the wolf there.
I don't know if they're surprised or not. I'm pretty sure some people were surprised, you know. But in my heart, I was just like, I was doing my happy dance.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was an amazing fight. I was there. It was crazy.
yeah. So I was happy.
So, I mean, so obviously you want certain things. Would I don't know if they can promise things like promise to promote you and promise to do things, but is that right now what means more to you than the money? Is the idea that you are going to help, get promoted and that your star will get to shine a little brighter?
I know that's something that, like, don't get me wrong. I know that that's something that can't be in the contract,
Yeah.
It just, I would just say, now I'm going into something where I'm more vocal about things.
Yep. So does that mean
That's
you
what I'm
are excited about
more
the idea
looking.
of the Athletes Association? Obviously that's news, recent news, and might be something that goes along with what you're thinking right now.
I don't know about the athlete situation, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't really read too much into it. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
really read too much into it, but I seen something where they're just working with the UFC,
Right.
So that I feel like that was kind of weird, in a sense. So because I'm like, if it's an association, it's kind of like a union.
Right.
Wouldn't they want to work with everybody?
Yeah.
It's not like, I'm not saying, like, even if I go to UFC, I'm just saying, period. This is something that doesn't just shouldn't benefit UFC fighters. It should
Right.
benefit any fighter that
Right.
It's just kind of like in a athletes union, only doing it with Dallas Cowboys. And that's all of NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. I think a lot of people were a little bit curious why it was that way. And we should put some context in. You're about to get your hair cut. You're going to get the fade cleaned up. What are you doing right now?
Yeah, I gotta go to Virginia
Okay.
tomorrow. So I'm gonna go visit the troops out there,
Nice.
and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I get to go out there and just kick it with them, and and relax, and just pretty much just live their life for a couple days.
Nice. Now, which fort? Because I've been to a couple out there as well.
What was that?
Which base are you going to? Which army base? Or which one?
Langley.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Very cool. Now, I feel like you fought on one of the Fight for the Troops cards one of the times.
Yeah, but it was in. I'm not sure if it was considered. Yeah, it's considered Kentucky.
Okay, that's the one I went to. Yeah. Very nice.
Uh-huh.
So what do you do in the hair then? What do we do? Because I know a lot of time before you fight, you get the Inland Empire, the IE bell. You get that symbol to get you fired up. So what are you going to go with today then?
I'm just doing the regular mohawk, just clean it up so I don't look like a nomad out there. I look fairly presentable.
Right. Well, that'll definitely help you with your contract negotiations too when you're looking sharp.
Yeah, I gotta look the part. I'm not too much of a suit guy, in the conferences, but I make sure my hair's on point.
Nice, very nice. Well,
Make
so
sure this guy takes care of me.
hey, very nice, very good. I am wondering then if let's say you do stay with the UFC, are there people in mind that you would like to fight? This is one of the things where kind of makes people crazy sometimes if they don't know who they want. Do you know who you would want to fight next?
The fight that I've been noticing that everybody's been talking about is me and Cerrone.
Wow.
So and like I've been saying, I'm all about the exciting fights. And I guess that's kind of where I'm at in my career. Maybe I'm not like thinking about the belt so much, other than exciting fights. That's what I want. Those are the things that when I'm in camp, I'm excited about. And I'm excited to come train and train hard. So those are the fights I want. I want the exciting fights.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've done this for a while now. How much longer do you think you would fight? Is this the last contract you'll be re-upping?
I would like to. I mean, in a perfect world, 35.
Okay.
Done with. Never throw a kick again.
Yeah.
Ever again.
And then what? Do you open up your own barbershop or what? I know you're pretty tricky. You trick out your car as well, right?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I'm starting on another one, so that's why I got to get this contract finished up.
Nice. That's right. That sounds about right. Well, I don't I hopefully you get the offer that you want. Like I don't know which place you want to be more where in your heart. I know you've said to you it doesn't just matter to say have UFC after your name, right? You want to just be good and be recognized as a fighter, not necessarily the organization with a specific organization.
Yeah, I just think it's so stupid when fighters, I don't, and don't get me wrong, I don't think it's the more upper enchilada fighters that worry about the name, or maybe though, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are scared to not have that UFC name behind them anymore. But that's not what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's not it's not at least it's not cool to me just to say I'm a UFC
Right.
fighter. That don't mean nothing to me.
Right.
My main thing is if the promotion cares about me, if I'm somebody that brings something to the table, or I'm not just another sheep in the farm. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But,
And
so I just want to become an asset to the company.
right. Right. Well, your fight style certainly makes you an asset. I feel like a lot of people, in since Connor got to the UFC, things did shift a little bit, and because he's been so successful, both fighting and sort of talking his way into fights, that some people feel that things have shifted. I mean, do you think that was kind of maybe the catalyst for the things changing there a little bit with the way fighters feel about how they have to promote themselves?
I mean, I don't know. It's for some guys, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's been around. I just hate when people are like, this is the new thing. Like,
Right.
come on, man. Like, anybody who really knows anything about fighting, this is old. It's been around.
Yeah, it has.
Muhammad Ali started it all. It's been around, but it's never been that much in the UFC. Other than Chael Sonnen,
Jail. Right.
maybe a little bit with Tito, but not nowhere near as much as Chael. But it's just it. It was the right time. I believe everything happens at the right time, the right place. You know, the Ireland or Dublin. I don't want to say which one it was, but
Yeah.
they needed somebody. I think the only other guy that was really like pushing the Irish market was Marcus Davis.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think. So it's just the right time, the right look. It's cool. I'm not hating on him. I just
Yeah.
hate when people misconstrue facts. And it's just like, come on, this is not nothing new. It's just I don't feel like you have to sell a fight like that. But I like to watch it. So it's like I don't have to talk shit. I'm gonna end up fighting. In 2 months down the line, when they lock that cage, you're gonna be stuck in there with me.
Hmm.
So you can talk all you want. That's just how I've always looked at it.
Right.
But
Right.
it's cool. I love to watch people talk shit.
Yeah, I find him highly entertaining. Do you think he could actually hang with the welterweights though?
What was that?
I said, do you think Connor could actually hang with you guys as welterweights? He's talked about going up and trying to get that belt too.
Karen.
So that's a no, huh?
Stay at 55. Stay at 55. Stay at 45. He fought Nate Diaz at 70, but that was not a. They're both not true 170
Right.
pounders.
Right.
I don't want to say anything because then it's gonna be like all these people are like, oh, da da da.
Right.
Just stay at 55 and smash. I don't care.
Yeah.
But you bring it up to 70. Come on.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, listen, I know you said you hope to have everything wrapped up in 2 weeks. Hopefully, you get the contract that you want. You're certainly an exciting fighter, and I know we all can't wait to watch you back whenever it is you're fighting. Hopefully, it's sooner than later.
Yeah, hopefully I'm banking on next year, early next year. So we'll see.
Cool.
I'm
Cool.
pretty sure it'd be wrapped up. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
That'd be my early Christmas
I
present.
was just going to say before the holidays. There you go. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to your time there, getting your hair all tight. It looks good already.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Lorenz. We'll see you soon. Good luck
Take
with
care.
everything.
All right,
Bye.
bye.